Hey, how y'all doing? Hey guys, it's me Soda here. Welcome back to another video. We're watching TikToks again today. Let's snuggle up and watch some TikToks, guys. Are you ready to get pissed off? Because you better be. We're watching some pet TikToks that you guys have tagged me in, which means we're probably gonna see some crazy shit today. But hey, that's kind of fun. Here's my TikTok if you want to follow me or tag me in any pet TikToks for me to review my next video. Let's get started. So these are ones that you guys tagged me in these past few weeks.
Oh my god, you know what? This is really scary. Oogly boogly, bitch. Oh my god, you know.
Okay, we're starting off with a good video. We like that. Beta fish don't like big tanks. They won't use the space. It scares them. Oh my god, I can't believe people say this. I've heard all of these too. People love just like trying to convince themselves that they like small tanks, so they feel better about putting them in a small tank. It's embarrassing.
Oogly boogly, bitch. Oh my god, you.
That's cute. Very pretty beta and a very pretty tank too. Also, this video has a lot of views. It's good to see a video like this getting out there because it's unfortunate. Like, it's a pretty big misconception that beta fish like living in small tanks or they live in small puddles in the wild. I don't know why people like to spread that stuff around because it's just not true at all. And I talk about this a lot. But in the wild, they don't live in puddles, they live in big rice fields. But they do hop from puddles to get to bigger areas of water. So people seem to think, oh, so they live in puddles then. But yeah, they do like big tanks. Tanks that are at least 5 gallons or bigger. That's what they like.
Today
Oh yeah, I got
Petco
tagged
to
with this
buy
one a
my
lot.
first fish. My budget was only $50. I started to look around and there were so many options. I was searching for an hour and then I finally decided what I wanted. I decided to get this awesome freshwater puffer fish. It came out to be $7. I then went to
Wow,
Walmart
that's
to look
cheap.
for a cheap tank, and I found this 1.5 gallon starter kit
Oh,
for
no.
only $25. I then had to buy some gravel and some plants, and that came out to be $12. As soon as I got home, I started assembling the tank. It was actually pretty satisfying. I then got him acclimated, and I put him in the tank. He was a little nervous at first, but once he got used to it, he was chilling. Comment down below what you think we should name him.
Oh no, $50 Walmart fish aquarium challenge. I feel like that's not a good idea for a challenge. I mean, $50 in America could maybe get you like a decent fish tank? Maybe? I don't know. Definitely not in my country. $50 is like just for a testing kit, a water testing kit. This guy didn't even get a water testing kit though. Why did he choose a puffer fish? That's like the worst choice you could choose. Oh my god, what kind of puffer fish is that? Like, I would think it would be a pea puffer, but like, it looks very different. I don't know what kind of fish this is. And it's with other fish in here. Like, pea puffers are usually aggressive. I don't know what kind of puffer this is. It's probably something we can't get in my country. I don't know what kind of puffer fish that is. There's a few different types, but they all need pretty large tanks. Even pea puffers need like pea puffers would be the smallest freshwater puffer you can get, but even they need a good sized tank because they need to be housed with other puffer fish and it needs to be good size for all of them, or they can like kill each other and stuff.
I just puffer fish.
Yeah, weird choice. They can also be really hard to feed too. They can be really picky. Some only will eat like
Came out to be
bloodworms,
$7.
like live bloodworms.
I then went to Walmart.
$7? That's so cheap. For a single pea puffer here though, it's like $20 or $30. Anyways.
For a cheap tank, and I found this
1.5 gallons. Oh my god. That is really small. I would not recommend anything under 5 gallons for any fish. So 1.5 gallons should not exist. They don't sell those tanks size in my country because they aren't good for fish. They're just way too small. It's like a big puffer fish too.
He was a little.
Although the tank probably makes it look bigger, but everyone's saying the fish died. Did the fish die? I need to find out. Also, don't like a lot of puffers, even freshwater puffers, need like brackish water.
A lot of you guys
I don't know a whole
for
lot
an
about
update on
puffers.
Puff Daddy, and unfortunately, he passed last week.
I did a water change and
mean,
cleaned his tank, and he
I'm
seemed
not
to be
surprised.
fine and was eating. But I woke up in the morning and I found him in the bottom of the tank. I held a funeral for the little guy and said my last words. This
So
is
yeah,
my first
he died
ever fish.
fairly quickly, unfortunately, which is sad. I never want anyone's fish to die, but that is what happens when you get a fish without doing any research. I feel bad for them, but at the same time, I am really sick of people doing this all the time on TikTok, getting a fish and then it dies. What a surprise, because they didn't cycle the tank at all, they didn't bother to research anything, and then they blame the pet store for it, which I agree that the pet store is at fault a little bit, but I also think the person getting the fish also needs to do their own research too. Pet stores in my country are pretty different. Like, they won't sell you a fish without a cycled tank. In America, that's just completely different. So I do think they partly are at fault, but it's not hard to do your own research, you know? This fish could have lived a really long life if it was properly cared for. Oh god. Why do people do this? Why do people post it on TikTok as well? Like, what, are you not embarrassed? You could have just killed your hamster right there. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Hamsters are so freaking delicate that it could honestly have brain damage after this. Like, that was a pretty big fall. That was a really big fall for a hamster. They can get brain damage from, like, a very small height. They're so sensitive because they're tiny. Look at them. Brain damage in hamsters is so common because of shit like this, and I'm just so sick of it. Intentionally endangering your hamster's life for a stupid TikTok. And, like, you can tell the cat's gonna do it. Like, look at this cat. It's just the way it's staring at it like this. It's gonna do something. And then it tries to get it. And he just keeps going until that happens. Which could be so easily avoided if you just didn't do that. You don't need to introduce your hamster and your cat. They're not going to be friends. I don't mean to get heated, but I'm just like, it's not just this video. It's just like constantly seeing videos like this of people putting their predator and prey animals together, their cat and their mouse, or their dog and their parrot or something, and it goes wrong. Whoa, what a f***ing surprise. And it's not the cat's fault or the dog's fault or whatever. It's the owner's fault. You shouldn't be putting these animals together. Let's watch a nice video to forget about that. Oh, I probably can't play the music. The music adds so much to it. Maybe I'll try to add it like really quietly. That's the video. I mean, just look at it. Froglet boat. Why is the username Diarrhea Farms? Okay. He is just chilling. I wish this was me.
Behind the scenes of how I bought my babies fish. I've actually been wanting to get my toddler some fish, so this worked out perfect. All right, this is the actual fish tank I'm gonna use. Them in here, let them get acclimated to the water temperature. It'd be hilarious to pretend like I was putting food dye, bread, fish. I have a genius idea. I'm gonna put this tank inside of here, fill it with water, and you won't be able to see this tank. Trust me, it'll look good. All right, I'm filling this tank with water. See how this looks? Anything that I put in here would go to the fish. Anything I put in here, this area, will not get to the fish.
That's crazy.
It looked like one of the fish fell out of the tank.
Oh my god. I think that would be so hilarious.
The hole in the bag, I just flipped it like this, and it stopped going everywhere. All right, I just wanted to show you that this is what it looks like on the inside of their tank. And they found the leftover bread. Also, I did buy normal stuff for their fish tank. This is what their actual home looks like, and we still don't have names, so what should we name them? Behind the scenes of...
Sorry, this video just kind of scared me a little bit. That was like so crazy. I don't know what was happening in the video, to be honest. I'm not really sure what the prank was supposed to be. I'm just focusing on the fish tank. Oh my god. Wait, I gotta go back. I know, this is crazy.
To get my the actual fish tank I'm gonna use. Them in here, let them get...
That is not a fish tank. That is a vase. Why are we using vases as fish tanks? Hello? Like, getting your kids fish is a nice idea. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as, you know, obviously you're the one caring for the fish. But please do it properly. Like, what is this? You can't put fish in here, especially goldfish. Goldfish are so messy. They're gonna create so much waste. This tank is gonna be so disgusting. If they survive in it for long. It's really small. It's way too small for goldfish. Goldfish get very large, especially these like common goldfish. They need large tanks. They need a lot of oxygen in the water. This doesn't provide any of that. You can't fit a filter in here at all, or anything they need. Also, the tank's not being oxygenated at all. Like, this is just a death trap for these poor fish. I did look through her account to see if she made an update video, like getting them a new tank. Unfortunately, there was no update video. Okay, this is probably the video I got tagged in the most this month. So I have seen this video. It really annoyed me, but we're gonna watch it together. just keeps going. There was a YouTuber who did this a while ago. I think I did make a video on that. One of those Florida man YouTubers that just like abuses fish for content. And so I guess now someone's doing it here for some reason. There's no reason to do this for fish, by the way. This is just really stressful and unnecessary. And they're also pulling the fish in backwards. You can see the fish went in backwards, which if you didn't know, actually kills fish. Like that's how you suffocate a fish, by pulling them backwards like this. I don't know if that fish died or not. Maybe it got lucky and survived that somehow. It was swimming afterwards. I think it did survive it, but it could have also died later on instead, just from the stress. Fish can die from stress. And almost 600,000 likes of just someone intentionally killing, if not stressing out, a fish. Hilarious, guys.
These are baby hamsters.
Okay, I've been wanting to talk about this live stream thing because I have come across this live stream so many times. Actually, I think there's like several live streams now of this. I even had like friends of mine like send me the live stream and be like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, I watched it and I was like, oh god, do I tell them? I'm always not sure if I should tell people who send me like a TikTok that they think is cute. They don't realize that it's actually like not. I usually end up telling them because they actually appreciate being told, but I'm always kind of like, I don't want to like ruin the fun, you know what I mean? But some people might not know what I'm talking about. Let's just watch this TikTok because this TikTok is talking about it.
Only weeks old, barely able to walk on themselves. The person proceeds to pick them up and puts them all in the disc. Unsuitable for robos of any age, but these are babies. There is many other hamsters in this cage, so they continue to use the disc, trampling the babies. This continues, and the person is clearly getting some sick joy from it.
Reiki.
It continues, and the adult hamsters get faster and faster. The babies are then flung in the air and hit the ground so hard you can hear it. And then you hear them laugh, because defenseless baby hamsters being trampled on, spun around at high speed, and being flung in the air is so funny, right? And then there is also people like this commenter who finds this hilarious despite having the fact they support an animal sanctuary in their bio. Even if you discount what they just did to the babies, this is still abuse. The cage is far too small. The disc is unsuitable. Hamsters are solitary, and there is no enrichment in this cage.
Yeah, so this TikTok basically sums it up, and I'm really glad I found this, or someone tagged me in this TikTok actually, because I hadn't seen any TikToks talking about this at all until I saw this today. So I'm glad someone's talking about it, and this TikTok got a lot of likes and views actually, so that's great because I've also been coming across this live stream and it just disgusts me every time I see it. You can literally hear them, like this TikTok said, you can hear them hit the floor hard, and hamsters, especially baby hamsters, are extremely fragile. They can get brain damage from this, but also you can hear them like screaming in the video too, which is just heartbreaking to me. And it's just, this whole setup is just incredibly abusive, like intentionally abusive, just to get views from people. People send this guy money for this shit, like TikTok money thing, whatever this rose thing is, like that's money. Even though all he's doing is putting these hamsters in this terrible environment, the small tank with nothing for them to do except run on a single wheel, which these disc wheels aren't even like good because hamsters tend to get injured from them, but intentionally putting one wheel here and putting all the babies on it so they get injured from the adult hamsters, which shouldn't even be in the same cage. I'm surprised you don't see like one of the hamsters, I don't know, eating each other in the background or something, because that's what hamsters do. They are solitary animals, but also especially keeping all these adults with these newborn babies that can't even run yet. So disgusting, and I just can't stand this shit. And if you ever come across this, please report it. I've reported them before as well. I don't know if they've done anything for it. I haven't read the updates. TikTok does update you and let you know what they've done with your reports. And please don't comment on the live stream or the videos or anything. Like, don't even bother. They'll just give this guy more engagement. Just reporting it and moving on is the best we can do. Or making a TikTok about it like this person did is actually good to see. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for tagging me in these TikToks. Feel free to tag me in any thing you want me to review next, whether that's a good video or a bad video, feel free to. And let me know your thoughts on the videos that I showed today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!